So, about 5 this evening. Sigs in the blue corner representing the Signals. Matthew Brown, 18 years of age, making his debut. He's an IS engineer from Salisbury. In the red corner, Ewan Terry, 19 years of age, for REME, also making his debut. He's an electronics technician, and he's originally from Rochester in Kent. And this young man swam at the British Nationals last year. So again, 2 young men making their debuts.
In the red corner, representing 8 training talent, Basra Coy! In the blue corner, representing 11 Super Regiment, Trg Bn.
So as they're called to the centre of the ring, you can see the height advantage for REME's Ewan Terry in the red. But he has only been boxing since September. So it's only last month that this young man started boxing. And he finds himself in this arena with this atmosphere. Jab cross from Matthew, but Ewan responds immediately. Now with those long limbs, if he knows how to use them, he can keep Matthew at the end of first that jab, and then if he pushes him back, get the right hand going as well. What Matthew needs to do is be in and out. He needs to be all the way in, inside the longer reach of his opponent, or all the way out where he can't be caught. For Ewan, the job is to catch Matthew on the way in, or if he does get in, punish him on the way out. That's the tactics for these two. The acknowledgement of the right hand of Ewan from Matthew. Little nod there as that right hand landed. And he's doing a good job, as he said. You wouldn't know that he's only been training literally, possibly 6 weeks, 7 weeks. He's got good straight jab. He's got good movement. Tight right hand guard. The right hand came over the top though there for Matthew. Has to get in quickly. When he commits, he must fully commit, as he did there to the left and right, and stays in close, and that's exactly what he needed to do. Just as I said, he needed to be in close. That's exactly what he did. And young Ewan gets the count, the 8 count in this opening round. He's saying he's okay to continue, but that was the right tactics from Matthew, who looked to follow up immediately. Ewan's got to keep him at range. He doesn't want to be involved at close range, where it's harder for his longer limbs to make strong contact. The shorter opponent knows where the head of his taller opponent's always going to be as well. Oh, and that's another cracking right hand from Matthew. He's really forced it when he's gone inside the range of his taller opponent. He stayed in the pocket. That's better from Ewan. He's got to keep him at that distance, at his range. But it's a big opening round for the blue corner. So, round 2 of 3 is a big opening round for Matthew Brown with that count in his favour. Ewan Terry has got to keep him at range, get his stiff jab going, and then maybe work the right behind it. And he caught, as Matthew slipped, Ewan caught him with the left there. He's got to stop him in his tracks, then back him up. For Matthew, it's the same tactics as round 1. Get in quickly, let the combinations flow, where it's difficult for your taller opponent with the longer limbs to get his own shots off. So a cagier start to the second round. More measured from both young boxers. Little feints there from Matthew. Ewan's got to commit to that jab more, got to be more confident with it. As I said, he's not been boxing a long time. He shows real promise, but he's got to commit to that jab. Keep it stiff, keep it straight. Just like that, catching Matthew on the way in. Maybe not hurting him, but picking up points. The longer that Matthew is at range and not able to throw the right hand that caused the damage like he tried there, the longer that Ewan is picking up points and getting himself back into this bout. For Matthew, there comes a time when he's got to step in and fire again as he did in the first. Oh, and as I said that, he lands the right. Ewan took it well this time. He stepped in, fired the right. As I said, he knows where Ewan's head's going to be. It's the taller opponent. He can almost afford to throw the punch like a bolo. And he does, over the top. Almost like a cricket bowl. And it's a lot closer this second round. Ewan's come back well from having that count in the first. Pretty close. Third and final round. And Ewan Terry needs a big round here. He did well in the second, but he's got that counter against him in the first. And as he pushes forward this time, Matthew holds for the first time in the bout. Referees had nothing to do with this one. It's been a very clean sporting contest. Doubling up with the jab. Matthew thought about the right, thought better of it. Look for the looping right hand in reply, Ewan, but got caught first, and the right hand lands again from Matthew. And the signal's getting behind their man. I think they can spell a victory. At the moment, in terms of victories, it's 3 to REME, 1 to the signals, and it stays this way. I've got a feeling that deficit's going to be closed again, but this is good from Ewan. Stepped in through the shots. He risked the right hand counter, but he has to. He's got to go for broken away here. Oh, and just out of reach with that overhand right, and that's what Ewan needs to do. He needs to capitalise. Every time Matthew falls short and is off balance, use those longer limbs. Matthew stepping away as Ewan comes forward. Looks for the big right, but off balance again. Ewan looks for his own right hand, but ducks under it, Matthew. Not much between them in the third. I think both men feeling the pace. It is their debut. And when that adrenaline dump comes, it can be a hard, lonely place to ring. When you're starting to gas, it's a horrible feeling. But last 10 seconds, and the right hand lands from you. He's come back well, the young man from the red corner, from that early setback. For me, I've got a feeling blue and the signals are going to come back. So here we go.
Five. A unanimous point decision. Red is the winner.
Oh, that's the shocker for me. He got the count in the opening round. I can't believe that one.